What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about our first GTA 6 gameplay leak with Lucia. Now, I know this is something that, a lot of people have really wanted to see. It's, for some reason, like one of the most popular things trending right now when it comes to GTA 6 gameplay leaks that people want at the moment. And, well, we ended up getting some information on that. If you do find the video informative or helpful, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So the first thing is the cyber leak guy, continuing from yesterday's video where we covered pretty much the entire timeline of everything he's been doing so far, is he's been purposefully avoiding spoilers. He's been trying to get away from the story. He's been doing free roam stuff, so showcasing the vehicles, the mechanics, the wasted system that he showed the other day. And it's not really too crazy, right? Just regular free roam stuff. People who are waiting for the GTA 6 story and they don't want it spoiled, they can still watch these leaks no problem. Now, here's the thing. It ended up being regular free roam stuff, right? And then he did a poll asking, what do we want to see next? And it was a nudist town that was voted the most, and he usually does these polls over on his website. And as usual, whenever a poll wins, he will make that video. And then he posted it, and it just went through and showed this nudist town. Now, here's where things take a really big turn, because then in this nudist video, there is some text, and this is literally what he says. Do you want a Lucia-led prologue? CyberLeak has been evading spoilers. CyberLeak just cannot make that decision, so a poll is required. And then he said, plus, to show support, at least 10 gamers need to show up dressed as leaks in front of Take-Two/Rockstar's offices holding game discs during working hours. And so with the poll, he ended up updating the website. He added that poll, and here's where it starts getting crazy, because a leaks foot soldier was on the ground antagonizing the studio at Rockstar North in Edinburgh. This guy made a video. He also had a leak with him. He took a bite out of it, and then and he was right there showing himself at Rockstar's headquarters. And he said he wanted a total of 10 people to do this, and there's already people out there walking over there and going to Rockstar headquarters to make these videos to show him that they really want these leaks to happen, which is actually absurd and insane, right? And so then, even if there's the 10 gamers that go to Rockstar headquarters and they do stuff like this, that's one thing, right? There's still the poll that needs to be voted on. And the poll has 1 day and 20-something hours, so a couple days from now is when this video clip is meant to go up if it wins. But as you see here from the first screenshot, yes please was only at 18%, while no was at 81.6%. So it was looking like, okay, we're not gonna have to worry too much because people are voting no. They're smarter than actually wanting a story spoiler to get out there. Well, guess what ended up happening? Because apparently you can actually donate to purchase votes, and someone ended up donating $6,000 to vote yes. You could see here, he first started off by donating $2,000, and then he donated another $4,105, and among that, this is the same person doing this donation, and then that ended up taking it to 99.7% going to yes and 0.3% going to no. Now, some people were theorizing that maybe it's CyberLeak that's purchasing the yes to sort of get people to purchase the no, so that way he can make some money, because something was very clear here that he's trying to make money doing this. He's not doing this for free and for the love of the game. He's trying to make money off of this. He was selling like ad placements for $165,000. He was telling people they can vote to, by paying extra money. And then to leak something big like the strip club, he was asking for a $3 million market cap on his coin, which is basically meaning buy his coin so the market cap can go up. And so the fact that he's doing stuff like this tells you that, yeah, he's trying to make some money, and now he started to focus more on the story spoilers. Now, this is where it's starting to get a little crazy, because I know many people want to see that Lucia gameplay, because that's literally what he's telling us here. And we know that he has access to her, even though he hasn't really been showing her, because, as I mentioned before, in some of the missions or in some of the gameplay footage, there was a mission saying go and meet with Lucia, or go to the prison where Lucia is, something like that. And because of that, it's like he could really go do that and then, start the story, or at least a prologue for Lucia, and then show that to us. And that's something that he's been holding off on so far. Showing gameplay just of Lucia, to me, it wouldn't be too crazy, but he's not trying to just show the gameplay footage. footage of her, he's trying to showcase the prologue, how you actually get her out of the jail, or how she ended up there in the first place, or her introduction, basically. Whatever the situation is, that's what he's threatening to leak here. It's not necessarily just focused on Lucia, but at the same time, it's focused on story spoilers. And mind you, he did tell us from the very start that he has the ending to Grand Theft Auto 6, and he can leak that anytime he wants, but people didn't really believe him all too much because they were saying, okay, this guy has an earlier build, he's just been showing gameplay footage of, you know, free roam stuff, and he's not really that big of a threat. And then there's the others that were thinking that maybe this is like an inside job from Rockstar to sort of just build up hype. This is one of their marketing schemes to where they're trying to showcase the footage here by making it look like leaks and, you know, doing all of this here. And so that's probably them on the inside. But when it comes to story, I mean, come on, I know even Rockstar's not going to leak any spoilers or anything like that. So he's starting to get a little wild out there. Many people are saying it's gotten to the point where, like, okay, now he needs to be caught. He was like a friend of all the gamers who wanted to see the footage, but now that he's starting to talk about leaking spoilers and story, he's turning into the enemy pretty much. And so that's something that many people are not too happy with. I don't know if this poll is going to end up getting voted or not, but there is a potential chance that we will actually see our first gameplay footage of Lucia. Now, one other thing to note is we do have that Netflix premiere that's just in a couple days from now, and so there is a chance that we're going to see Lucia gameplay there as well because, you know, obviously it's an extended look. This may end up leaking before that, and even then, he's planning on leaking after the GTA 6 extended cut and the whole Netflix thing, and it looks like Rockstar is freaking out. They're sending subpoenas everywhere to Microsoft, to Discord. They're getting help from Twitter. They're just doing everything that they can to try and find this guy so they can arrest him as quick as possible. And this is literally how it's been going, where like Jason playing basketball, that was the first thing we were like, oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's all right. Maybe he just, you know, got this footage off of somewhere. They don't know nothing about me, man. I use a VPN. That's when in the cinematic it was like, okay, all right, this guy, he's trying to troll Rockstar here. Then Jason starts shooting the word leak into the wall, and that's when it's like, okay, this guy has the build of the game. This is actually starting to get crazy. And then he says, I gotta take a leak, which is another cinematic he then shows. And mind you, to show off these random cinematics are probably at any random point in the story. I mean, they don't have to be within the first like 1 or 2 missions. These could be later towards the end of the game, but he's just pulling them out just to, you know, mess around with Rockstar. And the fact that he knows about these cutscenes means that he's witnessed and he's seen every single one of them. And that's how he picked the ones that he picked out. So I don't doubt that he has the ending of Grand Theft Auto 6. And then in one of the latest missions where it says literally return to Lucia at the top corner, that's when it's starting to tell you, oh, okay, yeah, it might be over. And if this guy really wants to, he can actually, you know, not only release the build of the game, which he did threaten to do apparently if he gets caught, but also on top of all this, mess around with Rockstar. And if they do start getting close and they're about to catch him, he may end up dropping a story spoiler or something like that. So we're going to have to wait and see, but Lucia gameplay footage is among us. It is on the way, and we're going to have our first gameplay footage of her very, very soon from what it seems like here. But what are your thoughts? If there's any gameplay footage of GTA 6 you guys want this guy to leak, what would it potentially be? But what are your thoughts on this whole situation? Are you guys excited? Is this building up hype for you guys for GTA 6, or are you waiting for the Netflix premiere? But anyways, that is all that I got for you guys in this video. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again. Peace.